tells them no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
4 yards remain for second down. They'll look to throw here. Shark's got it left side.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give is Nwangu. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu, 47 yards. And the Oilers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Pats at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Operating from the gun, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 65 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They go play action here on first down. And Sharp calls it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. Now they lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get them.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Fant, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Oilers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First down, Patriots.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Rager. Touchdown. Jalen Rager. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Going for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And his guys are going to take the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jones, a final shot before break. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd and 9 now. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 40. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. A spin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
Because I don't think it's going to rattle it early. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Oilers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play there for Houston.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Oilers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Jones now on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Harris. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris taking it in from a yard out.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
42. Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. 98 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Another run now for Nwangu.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They juked him, and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the home team here, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.